What's going on, YouTube? This is what Josh do, and this is an exciting video because I'm not exactly sure what this is. I received two packages at the same time, and we're going to start out with the smaller one here. And I ordered some testers, and I also received a new power bank that a lot of you have been commenting about. So I'm not exactly sure what this one's going to be. Oh, okay. This is exciting. This is from the company Anker that we all know and love. And if you've seen my recent photo that I put on my social media, I happen to have a few Anker products. This one is brand new. It just got released, and I think it's a super cool product because I have a lot of power banks that have just one USB Type-C port on it, and this is going to solve that problem. This is the Anker 2-in-1 USB-C, 4-foot, 140 watts, model number A8895. There's the UPC and stuff like that. Let's open this thing up. Now, they did send me two of the same thing, and I did request these. I did not pay for these. These were sent to me by the lovely folks at Anker. Fun fact, it's the first thing I've received from them in about 3 or 4 years. So on this end, we have one USB-C port. Oh, let's see. I gotta decide what power bank to grab. Let's go with their older... I don't know if you're going to even be able to read that. It's the PowerCore 3 19K 60 watt. You know what? Actually, let's go with the more powerful Anker battery. This is the most powerful one that I have, but I wanted to grab one that had just one USB-C port to show you the advantage of having two USB-C ports come out of just one. But let's go ahead and plug this in. All right, so one of those is going to be connected to my laptop here. And before we do that, let's take a look at it. So basically, it's just one cable. It has this little smart management thing that distributes the power. You have this little thing that's movable, so if you want to make the cables nice and tidy, you can move it up or down, depending on how far away those things need to be. For example, now they can be quite far apart if you have it all the way down. So let's plug in the laptop. All right, I just heard the laptop make a noise. And while this is capable of doing 140 watts, actually, let me put a diagram on the screen now that shows you how it manages that power. So this is unique. This isn't like a, one's going to get 70, the other's going to get 70. It's not exactly split. So once you add that second device, things get quite interesting. But if you have just one device, you can do up to 140 watts. All right, now let's take the other end. Let's plug it into our Steam Deck here. And see, now interesting things happen. So it's now changing the way that the power is distributed. Let's take a better look at that. So it really does care what device is plugged in first. Not necessarily this is number one, this is number two. Just whatever one you plugged in first. So now my Steam Deck is priority. Let's plug in the laptop. All right, and if you can see that, let me zoom in. That is interesting. So the laptop's capable of charging it up to 50 watts right now. And it also reflects 54 on the power bank. So I want to go ahead and measure the Steam Deck as well. So now it changed that it can go up to 94. Okay, so that's some pretty interesting data there. So this thing can go up to 50 watts on the laptop right now. And it looks like the Steam Deck can go at up to 45. So this is super cool because if I had a power bank that could do 100 watts and it only had one output port on it, this would be the perfect cable for that power bank. This is a power bank I have not used in quite a while. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we connect up this Elite 87 watt. So it wants you to use the rightmost port for the most power. And if you take a look at that, now it says the laptop can do up to 57 watts and the Steam Deck can do up to 27. So I'm going to unplug the laptop. All right, so the Steam Deck's getting 45 now. Okay, so that's interesting. It did prioritize the laptop in the situation with 57 watts versus the Steam Deck getting 27. So when you unplug it, now it goes up to 45 there. So what if we just switch these around? Okay, so the laptop is definitely getting the better of the two. But so this power bank is only capable of 87 watt output. Let's try a 100 watt power bank and see what happens. All right, cool. So the Steam Deck is getting 45 watts and the laptop is getting 50 watts. Well, that's up to, because my Steam Deck is fully charged, so it's not going to draw that much power from the power bank. But if you just look at this number, it says up to 45. That's all that really matters. And then on here, it shows that we're drawing 70 watts of power from the power bank. And then let's switch things over to the older 140 watt power bank. So that is, yeah, I have some more experimenting to do. Oh, there we go. It switched to 45 and that's at 50. Okay. This is so stinking cool. I love it so much. I have a lot of power banks that just have one USB-C port. So this is actually huge that I can take that one USB-C port and make it 2 USB-C ports. And before we end the video, we can take it up another notch. We could plug in the main port on the second one here. And now we can charge up our phone and our other phone. So the laptop's charging it up to 40 watts. The Steam Deck's charging it up to 27. And on here, it shows that we're putting 60 watts on the port 1 and 22.6 on the port 1. So this is really cool. I took 2 USB-C ports and I made it 4 USB-C ports off of these cables. This is where this product really shines. This power bank has only 2 USB-C ports, but now I have 4 USB-C ports. That's so stinking cool. I love this, especially since this thing can do 65 watts on one of the ports and 65 on the other for a total of 130 watts. So each of these ports is getting 65 watts divided into 2. So like the laptop and the Steam Deck. That's pretty cool how it says 35 and 27. So that's the 65. So ideally what I could do is I could switch one of these to the phone and it would receive a lower power, and then one could receive a higher power like the laptop and a phone, and then the Steam Deck and a phone. And we could really get the most out of this. But this is super freaking cool. I'm going to have a link to these in the description below if you want to pick up one of these for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.